Good morning, CEOs. I trust that you are really well. This is Devlin coming to you on an early morning of Monday, the start of the week, here in Sydney, where it is a bit windy and rather cold today, but I'm embracing it and I am welcoming it. I'm outside in the cold right now. That's how dedicated I am to deliver you some content this morning. I am aware some of my household are asleep, so I'm being very considerate, and I thought I will come and share a message with you all this morning, but to do it outside. You may have noticed I addressed you as a CEO, and I do want to go into depth about that a little bit before I get into today's content, and I hope that's okay with you. First of all, headscarf because I'm outside, it's cold, and I've needed to wear my headphones today to help block out all the wind noise that's going on in the background. I'm being very creative today. I've got my phone attached to my laptop in front of me, and I'm sitting in an egg chair, suspended swinging egg chair, and I'll try to not create nausea for you if I'm moving too much. Hey, good morning, Sonia. How are you? My good old friend from the cruise ship stays. Congratulations on your wedding, and we must catch up sometime soon. So CEO, I addressed you as CEO, and if I'm using that term, it's actually a personal connection between you and I. Now, I've been aware now for quite a few years that I've had a large number of followers on Facebook, people who have enjoyed watching my travels, watching my journey, and so we have a personal connection. CEO I refer to as you. You being the Chief Executive Officer of your own business. And if you're wondering, hey, I don't have a business, what I'm referring to is yourself. How are you managing your business today for the week ahead? Have you prepared yourself on a physical level, emotional level, or maybe a spiritual level? And so that's why I call you a CEO, because we are all CEOs of our own company, being ourselves. And I will like to share with you some information today to hopefully help you to become a better CEO of your own organization. Remember, in the context of today's conversation, the organization I'm referring to is yourself. Hey Tammy, beautiful Tammy, how are you? I've enjoyed watching your karaoke lives, my dear, and I actually have a request, and I keep missing you actually live. I'm watching the recordings, and my request for you, if you could remember, and I'd love for you to do this, and I know you'll be really awesome at it, Tammy, and that is Mariah Carey's version of I Want to Know What Love Is. So where was I? I was talking about you, how special you are as a CEO, managing your own organization, meaning your body, your mind, your soul, your whole journey. So let's imagine, right? So CEO is a term I will use often. So let's imagine, well, I can imagine it right now, that it's like 2025, 5 years down the line. I picture me on an amazing stage. Let's get more specific to this picture that I'm imagining. And I want you to remember this story, because I know it will come true one day. I know it will come true. Kia ora Sam. Tēnā koe Kenzie. Nice to have you guys online watching today. I trust that the information I'm going to share with you today will resonate with you and help you to propel into a compelling future on your terms. So let's get back to my imaginary story I was talking about, referring to how I call you CEO. So welcome again all the CEOs who are on here this morning, who are wanting to watch this video. If you've come here to watch this video, I trust that you're hoping to get something out of this, or maybe you want to connect with me on a different level. Whatever it is, I just want to say welcome, and that you are in the right place right now. So we're talking about me imagining it's 2025. I could see me on an international stage, Los Angeles. I'm there to launch one of my books. I'm at a signing, so while I'm in Los Angeles signing my book, I decided, hey, why not give a public speaking or a live event? And just imagine, you hear me on stage and I'm talking, and I refer back to a community of CEOs who have really lifted me and have really championed me on my journey. And you can know at that point in time when I'm on stage, YouTube videos, presentations being broadcasted around the world, and I mention the word CEO, you'll know I'm referring to you. So let me get into some nuts and bolts of a topic today that I trust will serve you really well. And I trust that the information I am going to share with you today will be relevant for what we are going through at the moment with this whole COVID-19 situation. For some people, you may have some uncertainty, or maybe you've got some anxiety, or maybe you'll not understand what's going on with you right now. And today I want to share with you a topic about our mind. A lot of people don't realize that we actually have two types of minds. We have the conscious mind, which I'm going to refer to as being in the higher level, and then we have the subconscious mind. Our conscious mind is the thinking mind. It's the part of our mind we think with. It's our educated mind. It's where we analyze a lot of stuff. And it's also where our intellect comes from. And intellect is a topic that we really don't learn enough about growing up. And I may touch base on that more later on. The subconscious mind is the emotional mind. And it's in the subconscious mind, it's like a warehouse. It stores all our memories, all of our experiences, everything we've been exposed to is stored in the subconscious mind. So the conscious mind is the thinking mind, and the emotional mind is the emotional mind. I'll talk more about why this information is important, but first of all, let me stick within more about the what. What is the mind? What is this conscious? What is the subconscious mind? You see, the conscious mind is it's kind of like the captain on the ship. And the captain gives a command. And then we can look at the subconscious being like the crew on the ship or on the boat. So when the captain says something, the conscious mind, the subconscious says, I will obey your command. So the conscious mind commands, and the subconscious obeys. Morning, Tom. Good to have you on board this morning. And Ashley, morning, Morena. Hello, everybody. So that's a phenomenal thing to think about right now, that the conscious mind sets out a demand and the subconscious says, okay, I will obey your demand or your command. And the thing is, let's say, did you know that every single one of us, including you, we actually know what we can do better in our lives? We all know that there's an area of our life that could be better, and we actually know what it is to make it better. So if I use maybe health and well-being or a weight situation, someone wants to lose weight, and that's in the conscious thinking mind. And they really, really want to lose weight, and they know why, and there's a reason for that, but for some reason they don't. And that's because in the emotional mind, the subconscious mind, it doesn't have a true emotional connection. So that's where it comes from when people are actually motivated by pain. So the subconscious accepts everything. It is the emotional part of our mind, and the subconscious will accept everything. So that's why it's important what we're telling ourselves on a conscious level, to be really focused on what we're talking about, because the subconscious will go, oh, choice, okay, that's what you want, I will go out and make that happen. Then our body starts to manifest what we're thinking. So think about it. At a time when you've been really, really sad, did you know every single cell in your body feels that thought? Because in your conscious mind, you've said, oh man, I'm just so sad today. And the subconscious goes, okay, you're sad today. So the body manifests exactly what you want. There's a saying, the best way to predict your future is to create it. Isn't that amazing that we have a phenomenal power and ability to create our minds just by a decision, just by a change of thought? Did you know that if you're even feeling sad, that a piece of music can make you feel better just like that? that we can change the way we're thinking within a moment? So what else can I tell you? The subconscious mind also doesn't know how to differentiate reality from imagination. So that's why when you get into an imaginative state, and if you do it so well, you can actually feel it. You can feel the feelings inside of you as if you are living in the moment right now. Kia ora to mai here, nice to have you on here. Hey guys, if you are watching, just send me a message, say hi, just so I know who is watching at this time. But we're definitely in a good part of this discussion right now, ain't we? Understanding the way our minds work. You see, last week I delivered 2 videos, one on values and one on beliefs. Did you know our conscious mind, that thinking, educated mind, works at the level of your values and your beliefs? So if you believe you'll never be successful, once again the subconscious will go, your wish is my command. It's kind of like a genie in the bottle, you know, the Aladdin story. So it's like the genie is the subconscious, and it's like the conscious is you rubbing that lamp, and you say something, so the genie goes, your wish is my command. Oh, I just don't know how I'm going to pay these bills. Your wish is my command. Really something phenomenal to think about. So going back to values and beliefs, what we need to understand is that our values and our beliefs drive us. They create the adventure in our lives. They create the courage and all results. We actually ask for the results that we get. It's hard to imagine that. It's even hard to wear that. Unless you go further down to really understand what it is I'm talking about. There's a saying that we don't get what we want, we get what we expect. You may have been in situations where friends are like, oh man, I knew that was going to happen. And I would be thinking to myself, and especially now with the information I have, I'd be like, well, what were you to expect? You knew that was going to happen. So today, my purpose and aim of today is not only just touch base with you, my CEOs. It's about me building up on my video content, getting used to delivering these video messages, and really fulfilling a dream of mine, which is being able to go out there and serve. You see, I truly believe part of our purpose of being on this earth, that we've been designed to go and serve others. There's no greater feeling than being able to help others feel better about themselves. So there's another reason why I put this video up. What else did I want to say here? Oh yeah, that's right, sorry. The other purpose of this video was to educate you just a little bit, to help you out. My books and everything's flying all over the place. To help you out, to give you a greater understanding of how your mind works, which relates to why you behave the way you behave. So, you know, check in on yourself. How are you talking to yourself? How are you serving the genie in that lamp? What is it that you really want? So stick with me on my journey and let's grow together. If you're really serious about having improvements in your life or creating a phenomenal change where you've decided you want to choose the pathway you're going down, and not only choose that pathway, but actually design it. Wow, you can create the path you want to walk down. That is quite a mind-blowing thing, isn't it? So what I'm going to do right now, everybody, to finish off with, is read out my first blog I wrote, which I finished last night, and I put it on my website. You might not see the website right now. Hang on, where am I? My phone is covering the publish. Whoops, I just published my website and I wasn't ready to publish it. Anyway, I'm waiting for a blog to load up, and I want to read this blog that I wrote last night because it goes with the topic of today's discussion. Good one. I am publishing my website right now. I wasn't ready for that to happen, but hopefully I can unpublish it because I want a really good version to be published. Doesn't have to be perfect to everybody, just a good version, because sometimes perfectionism is procrastination. It's like, hey, we're holding ourselves back. But my goal is to publish my website anyway by the end of this week. Okay, everybody, thank you for tuning in and listening. It's so good to have you here. If you're watching this after the live, I trust that you'll get amazing information out of this. Follow my videos, they all sink in with one thing after another. I look forward to delivering a live webinar on how to create your vision board. I look forward to talking to you this week about the law of attraction, touching in again with your values and your beliefs, checking in that are you focusing in on what you want to get, checking in with you, my CEOs, to ensure that your genie, that your captain of your ship is giving good commands. And that leads me into my story, into my blog, The Captain and His Crew. Is it okay if I finish off by reading this 2-minute story with you before I let you go off and celebrate the day ahead, to go off and champion yourself for the week ahead, and to start saying yes to yourself, and even right now in this moment creating your future. The Captain and His Crew. I have had the opportunity to sail on cruise ships in many places around the world to over 50 destinations like Hong Kong, India, South Africa and Saipan, just to mention a few. Thinking about my time on the ships reminded me of an analogy I once heard at a live event where the host, Christopher Howard, talked about the conscious and unconscious minds and regarded the comparisons to a captain and his crew. If I was to ask you who runs the ship, the captain or the crew, you may be stuck wondering what your answer would be. You see, it isn't a straightforward answer. If we said it was the captain, you may think he or she would have to man the engines, run the mooring deck, manage the gallery, the electronics, the safety procedures all on his own. This making the journey on the ship very unpleasant, because he isn't always on the bridge to ensure the ship is heading in the right direction and to make sure the ship is travelling safely. If we said it was the crew, they wouldn't have the same navigational skills as the captain, creating uncertainty and fear. How it actually works on a real cruise ship is that the captain gives instructions to the crew on board and they cooperate by doing as the captain says. Our subconscious and conscious minds have the same sort of relationship as the captain and the crew. Your conscious mind commands and your subconscious mind obeys. I opened up with the story above because this is a great analogy to use when it comes to understanding how our minds work and why we do what we do. You see, the ship in this example is our bodies. The captain is the conscious mind, and the crew is the unconscious mind. I don't want to go into too much science, but I want you to think about this. Your subconscious mind is an unquestioning servant that works day and night to make your behavior fit a pattern consistent with your emotionalized thoughts, hopes, and desires. However, most people ain't aware of this. Let me give you an example. If you say to yourself, I can't be bothered, the conscious captain mind says, okay, that's the command. And the subconscious mind, the crew, says, as you command. Then the body, the ship, starts to do what the mind is thinking. Outstanding, isn't it? How wonderful our mind is when we know how to use it. Your conscious mind commands and your subconscious mind obeys. So next time you can't be bothered doing something, you might want to start thinking in a way that will serve you, like, I will find a way today to create fun. Or, I'm excited to find a way to get through this. Arnold Schwarzenegger once said that a ship without its captain wanders without knowing where it is going. Kia ora, Brother Blair. Many people wander through life without knowing their purpose or bigger goal in life, which is a crazy thought to think about. Imagine driving in your car and setting the navigation to an unknown destination. You have no idea where you're going. Maybe, just maybe it is time for you to now put a destination into your coordinates and to start living with purpose in your life. I am curious to know if you are aware of your destination and the navigation coordinates, because having no goals or purpose in life is like a ship with no captain. Thank you, everybody. This is Devlin once again, back all the way from Sydney. If you want to come on my journey, if there's anything pressing on your mind and you need some help with anything, pop me a line. I'll be more than welcome to help you. I offer free coaching sessions, I have free 45-minute consultations if you just want to do a quick discovery. We can always talk about things. There's no obligation. Kia ora, Kazi, Aaron. Yeah, too much, cuz. Yeah, always inspirational. That's me. But definitely ready to take it to another level. Definitely ready to take it to another level. To get out there, live my dreams, create the future I want to create, so that I can live that ideally average day that I've always wanted, so that I can live my dream, so that I can go out and serve others. There's so much there, so much, and I am excited, so excited to be honest, so excited I think I'm losing sleep. Guys, it's so awesome to have you on board. Thank you, my CEOs. Go out there and rock your world. Be a good manager of your organization. Cheers, have a good week.